Hey, where did you go? What are you doing?
I'm really sorry. My mom suddenly collapsed. I'm heading to the hospital in a taxi right now. I'm sorry I couldn't text you earlier about it.
You have the nerve to do this, huh? Embarrassing me and Amy like this? How dare you? How can you just run out of the wedding hall like that in front of everyone? As the bride's sister-in-law, you can't just do this. Do you know what they're saying about us now? Your behavior is unacceptable.
I'm really sorry, but there was no way I could stay any longer. I honestly had no choice but to go. Please, try to understand this. Mom has always had chronic illnesses. And this time, it seems like her life might even be in danger.
Oh my God, would you shut up about it? Get back here right now.
What are you saying? I just told you I can't. I have to go to my mom right now.
I don't care about your mom. You're not going to embarrass my little sister at her own wedding. You think I would forgive you? My speech is coming up next. Then there's the cake. You better be there.
I'm so sorry, but I really can't. Of course, I want to be there with you. I want to participate in the wedding. But this is my own mother we're talking about here. She needs me right now. I have to go to her.
Would you shut up about your mom already? Listen, I didn't give you permission to leave. Do you understand? Enough with your excuses already. Get back here right now. I want you to apologize to everyone.
Why? Why are you being like this? My mother's life is in danger right now and you're acting this cruel to me?
You destroyed the entire reception by running out of the hall suddenly. Do you have any idea what you just did? Have you forgotten that I come from a highly respectable family? Do you understand who you're married to? We're not some average family that'll tolerate your crass behavior. Have I made myself clear? I want you to get down on your knees and beg for forgiveness from everyone, especially from Amy and I. Anything less than that will not be accepted.
Wait, are you being serious? I don't understand why you're being like this right now. It's not about whether I wanted to stay or go. That's not even the point. The point is that I had no choice.
You had no choice? Oh, really now? You're trying to talk back to me? I'm so tired of you using your mom's illness as an excuse to do whatever you want. Just because your mom is sick doesn't mean you have a free pass.
An excuse? How am I using her as an excuse? It's the honest truth, and you know that. Plus, all I did was leave the reception. Please, stop doing this to me. All I can think of is my mom right now. I can't handle anything else. Aren't you on good terms with my mom, William? Then why are you being like this right now?
Because you left me with no choice. I pretended to be nice to your mom, but I didn't enjoy it for a single second. Wait, you really thought I actually enjoyed her company? Huh, what a joke!
But, you two spent time together. She even gave you a birthday gift that year when she was struggling.
Why did your mother collapse?
I heard it was a stroke.
She'll probably die then. No one's surprised. With her smoking habits and illnesses combined, there's no way the doctors can save her. You could throw the best doctors in the world at her, and she'll probably die.
You're unbelievable. How can you say something like that?
Just leave her be already. You can go and take care of her stuff after she dies. It's not that big of a deal. People die all the time. She's just another person in this world. That's why I'm here focusing on the reception instead.
Have you gone absolutely insane? What kind of nerve do you have to say such a thing? I've always thought you lacked a bit of kindness for others, but to go this far.
I don't want to hear that coming from you. Who gives you the right to criticize your own husband? I better see your face back here immediately. Do you hear me, woman?
I'm sorry, I'm almost at the hospital. I'll talk to you later.
You better not turn off the phone. Do you hear me? Hey, are you listening to me? Get back here.
Oliver, how is your mother doing now?
Oh, Nathan, thank you for your concern. She's in stable condition. I have to stay with her at the hospital for now, so it might be a while before I can return. Even though she's stable, I can't let my guard down yet.
I see. I'm glad to hear that she's doing all right. It must have been terrifying for you.
Thank you for your kind words. I really appreciate it. I'm so sorry I had to leave your daughter's reception suddenly like that. I honestly didn't mean to cause a scene.
I wanted to ask you about you and William. What's the situation between you two now? William seemed extremely angry at you. I tried asking him, but he refused to talk to me. It made me really concerned. Something very bad must have happened, right? Please tell me. I'm here to listen.
Oh, it's fine, really. He was just upset that I suddenly had to leave.
I understand, but please tell me the details of what happened. I want to know why William would be so angered. Something else must have happened for him to react so strongly.
But really, that's all that happened. He simply got angry over the fact that I left the reception.
Huh? Are you serious right now? That's really it?
I'd like to send you screenshots of our conversation if you want to see them. Perhaps if you see for yourself, you'll have a better idea of what happened.
All right, please do then. I would like to read his messages. Are these messages really from my son?
Yes, unfortunately. These were all the messages he sent me from the past couple of hours.
This is very hard to swallow. Of course you would go to your mother's side when she collapsed. There's simply no argument about it. Why is he getting so worked up over your attendance?
I agree. But William wouldn't accept the fact that I acted on my own without letting him know in advance. To be honest, he's always like this. I can't do anything without his permission. I want to be able to do things on my own, but...
So William was this kind of man to you. To think that my own son would act like this. I'm so sorry. I thought that you had done something wrong to him. I shouldn't have blamed you in the back of my mind without hearing the entire story.
No, please don't blame yourself. It's only natural to assume your son is innocent. For a long time, I had no choice but to come and accept his behavior. But now that we finally have this moment to speak to each other, I need to tell you something.
Of course, you can tell me anything.
I am thinking about getting a divorce. I'm sure you can see the reason why. He's always had a hint of this in him, but he's been treating me like this a lot more recently. I've tried my best to hold it in, but today I've really hit a wall. I can't do this anymore.
I see. If that's really the case, then it's completely understandable to feel the way that you do. It's really unfortunate that things turned out to be this way. But I wouldn't want you to stay in this situation for any longer either.
Thank you for understanding. There's also another thing that I've been meaning to tell you about too. William is actually unemployed right now.
Excuse me? Did I read that correctly? He's unemployed?
About half a year ago his company began downsizing and laid off a bunch of employees. But since then, he still hasn't found a new job. He told me to not tell anyone about this, but I can't keep quiet about this anymore. He hasn't tried to look for jobs at all. It's so hard to stand by and watch him.
If he's been unemployed for half a year, then who's been paying for all the living expenses?
I've been supporting the two of us. Luckily, we don't have any children, so it's been somewhat manageable. But I'm barely scraping by at this rate.
So you're telling me that William has been staying at home this entire time doing nothing? He hasn't tried to find a job at all? Not even once?
William told me that it was a good opportunity for him to finally get some rest after he got laid off. His original plan was to take a break from work for about a month. He said he was really tired. But the more he rests, the less he wants to get up and go back to work. He keeps saying that it's annoying trying to find jobs. Before I knew it, half a year had passed already. I kept waiting and yet he just wouldn't try.
You're telling me he refused to find a new job. And on top of that, treated you like that? This is simply unbelievable. I'm shocked.
William has been watching a lot of YouTube personalities in his time off. He strongly believes that men should dominate women. Anything and everything he does or says is acceptable. He says it's only right for the wife to help her husband when he's in need. He believes it's my duty, and so it's justified in his mind.
I'm so sorry this is happening to you. I'm speechless right now. I can't believe he would do such a thing. To think that my own son would treat his own wife like this. I truly have no excuses for him. I feel like I've also let you down by not realizing this earlier.
Please don't blame yourself. He never showed this side to anyone else but me in private. There's no way you would have known. He's great at deceiving people. Even I was deceived in the beginning of our relationship.
I will think carefully about how to approach William. Please give me some time. Also, may I go and see your mother? I would like to pay her a visit at the hospital and see how she's doing.
Of course, please do. I'm sure my mother would be happy to see you too.
The reception has ended, and I still haven't seen your face here. Do you comprehend what that implies? You're a complete disgrace to your own husband. Do you have any respect for me? Are you attempting to humiliate me?
I'm not attempting to humiliate you. Please, cease playing the victim card already.
What did you just say to me? Me, playing the victim? Everyone is looking down on me because my wife ran off to who knows where. Do you believe I deserve to be treated like this?
Even if that were the case, can't you see that my mom just had a medical emergency? I don't really have much of a choice. How are you a grown man who can't even understand this basic principle? How old are you again?
How dare you speak to me like that, woman? It appears you haven't reflected at all on your actions. What am I going to do with you?
What actions should I even be reflecting on? How have I wronged you?
I don't care if your mom is facing a medical crisis or whatever. You're not allowed to miss my sister's wedding. Do you understand? If you don't return immediately, then you can leave my house.
I'm glad you finally brought it up. I had already planned on doing that.
What? Now, hold on a second. What are you talking about now?
I want a divorce. I decided this before the wedding even started. I don't want to stay with a childish man like you any longer. You're acting all high and mighty as if you're the center of the universe.
Who do you think you're talking to, huh? I'm your husband. Your husband.
Yes, that's exactly right. I'm talking to you, so you'd better listen carefully. I'm getting a divorce. Do you understand what that means, divorce? Do I need to spell it out for you?
Are you serious? Do you think this is a good idea?
Absolutely, without a doubt in my mind.
You sure? You're really sure about this?
100%. I refuse to spend another single second with you.
Yeah, stop pretending to be tough and come back already. Let's discuss this. There's no need to make rash decisions. You're too emotional. You need to learn to calm down and control yourself.
I'm extremely calm right now. I'm filing for a divorce, and that's final. I'm not pretending to be tough. I've been thinking about this for a long time. I've already prepared all the documents.
What? If you get a divorce, you're going to be in big trouble, you know?
Me? In trouble? I think you're mistaken, it's you who will be in trouble. It's amusing how just a moment ago, you were advising me to be calm when. In reality, I know you're worried right now.
Me? I'm perfectly fine. Do you think this bothers me?
You've been unemployed for 6 months, and you have no savings left. You've been living off my income this entire time. I've had to deal with your ungrateful, freeloading behavior.
I'll make you regret this. Do you think I'd let you off easy after everything you've done today? Oh, you better wait.
I'm not insulting you, I'm stating the truth. The truth that I've seen with my own 2 eyes and had to deal with for the past 6 months. In any case, I'm going to file those divorce papers with my lawyer.
God, woman, look at this mess you've created.
Also, you told me to get out of your house, right? I'd like to remind you that I'm the one who's paying all the expenses. If you want to come and pick up your stuff, you're welcome to. Otherwise, I'll dispose of everything.
Are you sure you want to get a divorce? Have you made up your mind already? If you leave me, you'll be leaving behind my side of the family too, you know? And you know my family is important, right?
How many times do you want me to repeat myself? I am divorcing you. You're an overgrown, pathetic man-child. Truly.
I tried to offer you kindness and a chance to come back. But that's on you if you don't want to take it. You'll definitely regret this. I'm going to tell my parents everything you've done. Can you handle my parents' anger?
Running to your mommy and daddy now that you can't have your way? I don't care what you say to them. Do whatever you want.
You worthless, ungrateful woman. How dare you talk to me like that? I'll make you regret this. I'll show you what it feels like.
And how do you propose on doing that exactly, William?
What? Mom? Is that you?
Would you like to explain to me why you think that I would punish Oliver? I have no intention of ever doing that. Of course, your father feels the same way.
No, you've got it wrong. I was just messing around. It's not like I really meant it that way.
Good. Then I assume you also accept the divorce?
Yeah. If that's what Oliver wants, then I'll go with it. So then, Mom, is it okay if I move back in with you guys for a bit? I was thinking about coming back home.
You want to move back in with us? Why? I believe it's more appropriate for you to live independently at your age. Everyone needs their own space.
Well, I do want to find my own apartment, but it's not easy to find one quickly. I was thinking of staying with you temporarily until I find one. I don't have anywhere else to stay for now, so it would be temporary.
You mentioned having an apartment with Oliver. You've claimed it's your place. Why not stay there instead? I assume you've been covering the rent each month, correct?
Yes, that's right. I've been paying it every month.
Considering how you talk about Oliver, you must be managing everything at the apartment, right? I wouldn't expect anything less. You can't be freeloaded off your wife while treating her poorly, right?
Mom, it's not like that. There's been a misunderstanding. Let me explain.
Please, William, stop now. I don't want to hear more excuses. I've had enough. You are not welcome in my house. Find your own solution.
What? Mom, I can't do that. It's going to be really tough for me.
I don't care how challenging it is for you. You're no longer part of this family. What? You're disowning me? Today, your father and I discovered your true character. We discussed it with the family and made a unanimous decision. We all agreed to disown you. You're no longer part of this family. This is our final decision.
Wait, Mom. You can't do this to me. I'm your son. Please, don't cut me off from the family. Don't abandon me.
I want nothing to do with someone who disrespects women like you. Your disrespect for women is a disrespect to me. I can't believe you've been lying about your employment all this time. I'm deeply disappointed in you. The least you can do is remove yourself from this family.
No, Mom, please let me stay. I'm begging you. You can't do this. How will I survive? How will I live? Don't you care about me?
I hope you understand the gravity of your actions now. Even your own mother doesn't want to help you. No one does.
Oliver? Where did Mom go?
She said she doesn't want to speak to you anymore. She will never contact you again. Your dad and your sister also want nothing to do with you. They've blocked you everywhere.
I don't care if they've blocked me. I'm going over there right now. I'll get on my knees and beg them for forgiveness. That'll be enough, right?
You don't even know where the hospital is, and yet you want to come here.
Tell me. I need to apologize to you too. I know I did some bad stuff.
What do you want to apologize for to me?
Huh? I mean, I said some pretty terrible things about you leading the wedding ceremony, right? And I'm sorry for being mean to you and freeloading off you. I was wrong.
Shouldn't you be apologizing to my mom instead?
What? Why should I apologize to your mom?
You told me to leave her behind because she wasn't an important family member. You said you didn't care if she died or not. You showed absolutely no sympathy for me or her. Don't you think you should apologize for this too?
Well, I mean, yeah. I'll apologize for all that stuff too.
But it's clear you're only saying this to save yourself. In the end, you only think about yourself. How dare you say those things about my mother? She's my mother.
I said I'm sorry.
You're not sincere at all. Whatever, I'm tired of this. Don't contact me ever again. Don't even think about coming back to the house. I'm getting rid of all your belongings.
Wait! You can't just kick me out like this. How will I survive? Are you going to let me die?
Oh, I see. Well, just as you said, I'll handle it after you're gone then. Following that, William was ostracized from the family and found himself utterly alone. Devoid of employment and savings, he grappled with the challenge of self-sufficiency. Nevertheless, his pride prevented him from embracing homelessness. One fateful day, he returned to his parents' residence, weeping profusely, and implored for assistance. His father, as stern as ever, unleashed a barrage of angry words, and forbade him from ever setting foot on the property again. From that moment onward, William never attempted to approach his parents' house. I had concerns that he might try to return to my apartment and seek aid. However, his father's stern words instilled fear in him, preventing any attempts to approach my apartment as well. William was undeniably a pitiable and timorous man. To be honest, I still can't believe I followed his lead all these years. A husband and wife should always be equals and treat each other with fairness.